The world is at a crossroads. For decades, the global order has been defined by one superpower, but a new power player is rising, a coalition challenging the status quo. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization. At its recent summit in Tianjin, China, the SCO wasn't just talking about regional issues. It was laying the groundwork for a new world order. Today on Global Crossroads, we're dissecting the SCO's 25th summit and asking, is this the moment we witness the birth of a truly multipolar world? To understand the significance of the Tianjin summit, we have to look at the SCO's roots. It began in 1996 as a small group called the Shanghai Five, focused on one thing: resolving border disputes. For a long time, it was a quiet forum, but its mission slowly expanded to counter what its members called the three evils: terrorism, separatism, and extremism. With the addition of India, Pakistan, Iran, and most recently Belarus, the SCO now represents nearly half the world's population and a quarter of the global economy. This isn't just a regional club anymore. It's a massive 10-nation family with serious global weight. The Tianjin summit was the tipping point. The sheer scale of it was unprecedented. Leaders from over 20 countries and 10 international organizations, including the UN Secretary-General himself, flocked to China. This wasn't a coincidence. It's a direct response to a fractured world, a world where many nations feel that the existing international system, led by the West, is failing them. The SCO is presenting itself as a solution, a model of cooperation based on equality, not on alliance and confrontation. At the heart of the Tianjin summit was a bold vision laid out by Chinese President Xi Jinping. His message was clear. Global governance has reached a new crossroads, and the SCO is the guide. Xi's Global Governance Initiative is a 5-part blueprint for a new world order, built on principles that directly challenge the Western-led model. He spoke of sovereign equality, genuine multilateralism, and giving a greater voice to developing nations. This is not just diplomatic rhetoric. It's a deliberate, strategic effort to institutionalize a non-Western alternative. China is using the SCO to build a coalition of states disillusioned with U.S. dominance. They are championing the Shanghai spirit, a guiding ethos of mutual trust and respect for diversity, as the foundation for a new kind of diplomacy. For China, the goal is to build what they call a community with a shared future for humanity, and the SCO is their primary tool to make that a reality. The optics from Tianjin were fascinating. News outlets focused on the visible camaraderie of the Russia-India-China, or RI Troika. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Vladimir Putin, and President Xi Jinping were seen shaking hands and smiling, a deliberate show of unity against what they see as Western unilateralism. But this public display of harmony hides a much more complex reality. While Russia and China are strategically aligned in their opposition to U.S. hegemony, India's position is a delicate balancing act. For New Delhi, the SCO is a pragmatic platform to address regional security threats and enhance connectivity, all while preserving its strategic autonomy. India is not looking to be a pawn in a great power game. It's a major power itself, and its presence in the SCO acts as a countervailing factor to the dominance of Russia and China, preventing the organization from becoming a purely anti-Western bloc. This dynamic proves that the SCO is not a monolithic alliance, but a complex entity where each member state pursues its own national interests. For years, SCO statements on terrorism have been criticized for being too broad, too diplomatic. But at Tianjin, that changed. The summit marked a significant shift from generalized rhetoric to precise action. The most telling moment was what analysts are calling the Pahalgam moment, where the official Tianjin Declaration explicitly condemned the April 22nd terrorist attack in Pahalgam, India. This was an unprecedented move for the organization, a direct and specific condemnation. This was a clear victory for India, which has long pushed the SCO to take a harder line on terrorism and to reject double standards. The inclusion of this language reflects India's growing influence within the organization and signals a new willingness by the SCO to move beyond empty declarations and into action-oriented policy. This proves that for all the economic and political maneuvering, the fight against terrorism remains the SCO's binding glue. The summit's most ambitious outcomes were in the economic sphere. The announcements here were not about simple trade deals. They were about building a parallel, non-Western economic and financial architecture. President Xi backed up his vision with real money, pledging a massive $2 billion grant and a $10 billion loan package for SCO members. They also announced an initial plan for an SCO development bank, a move that would provide an independent financial mechanism free from Western influence and sanctions. This is a clear effort to build resilience and autonomy. The SCO is promoting local currency settlements and working to secure supply chains, initiatives aimed at gradually hedging against the volatility of the US dollar-based system. As Russian President Putin noted, the goal is to end the use of finance as an instrument of neo-colonialism. By tying all this to China's Belt and Road Initiative, the SCO is solidifying its transition from a simple talk shop to a serious system builder. The Tianjin summit was a decisive signal of the SCO's intent to become a central player in shaping a new global order. The question now is whether the organization can overcome its internal contradictions, the conflicting national interests, and the historical rivalries, so translate this unified rhetoric into sustained collective actions. The SCO is no longer just a regional security forum, it's a critical node in the emerging multipolar world. For China, it's a platform for diplomatic leadership. For Russia, a way to counter Western sanctions. And for India, a space to quietly shape global norms. The world will now watch to see if this new, confident SCO can truly deliver on its promise of a new era of global governance. What do you think? Are we truly witnessing the dawn of a multipolar world? Or is this just another grand show of force? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like and subscribe to Global Crossroads for more deep dives into the geopolitics shaping our world. Thanks for watching.